Did you know that over 200,000 murder cases in the United States have gone unsolved since 1980? That's hundreds of thousands of families left without closure, and one of these haunting cases is the Delphi Murders. The Delphi Murders shook the small town of Delphi, Indiana on February 13, 2017. On that cold winter day, two young girls, Abby Williams, 13, and Libby German, 14, went out for a hike along the Monon High Bridge Trail. By next afternoon, their lifeless bodies were discovered near the trail. This tragic case has puzzled investigators and the public for years, as justice for Abby and Libby remains elusive. The case is filled with eerie twists and turns. Despite early confidence from law enforcement, leads seem to dry up quickly. The town of Delphi, with just over 3,000 residents, became a symbol of fear and frustration. People began locking their doors and looking over their shoulders, wondering if the killer was someone among them. The investigation into Abby and Libby's murders began almost immediately after their disappearance. Libby, in an extraordinary act of bravery, recorded video and audio of the suspect on her phone. The short clip showed a man walking towards the girls on the bridge, and his chilling voice saying, "Guys, down the hill," became a key piece of evidence. Over the years, law enforcement released sketches of potential suspects, each significantly different from the last, adding to the confusion. Social media played an enormous role, with armchair detectives analyzing every piece of evidence and sharing theories. Some even contributed tips that the police reportedly investigated. While public interest kept this case alive, it also muddied the waters, with misinformation spreading like wildfire. After years of little progress, recent developments have reignited hope. In October 2022, police arrested Richard Allen, a local Delphi resident, and charged him with the murders. This revelation sent shockwaves through the community. Allen lived quietly in Delphi, blending in with neighbors who never suspected him of such a heinous act. Richard Allen's arrest brought both relief and controversy. One of the most debated aspects of the case revolves around the claims made by Allen's defense team. They allege that the murders were ritualistic in nature and tied to Odinism, an obscure pagan belief system. The defense argued that Allen was being scapegoated to cover up for other individuals who may have been involved in a ritualistic killing. Of note, there are two groups within the area that are tied to Odinism. However, the prosecution dismissed these claims as baseless, stating that the evidence pointed squarely at Allen. This controversy sparked intense discussions online and among true crime enthusiasts, with some questioning whether law enforcement might have overlooked other suspects or motives in pursuit of justice. Critics of the Odinism theory also pointed out that it could detract from the core evidence tying Allen to the crime, such as his alleged connection to the weapon and his incriminating interviews. This aspect of the case has added yet another layer of complexity to an already convoluted investigation, leaving many to wonder about the full story behind the tragic events that transpired on the Monon High Bridge Trail. On Friday, December 20th, 2024, Richard Allen will be sentenced for murdering Abby Williams and Libby German. The jury deliberated for approximately 19 to 20 hours over several days. During their deliberations, they reviewed 4 critical pieces of evidence. Exhibit 246, the Bridge Guy video. This video was taken on Libby's phone the day that the girls disappeared. The enhanced version slowed down the footage to show the suspect more clearly and included audio of the man and the girls. Exhibit 290, Allen's first interview. A recording of Allen's October 13th, 2022 interview with law enforcement at the Delphi Police Department. Exhibit 291, Allen's second interview. A recording of Allen's October 26, 2022 interview with an investigator after lab results linked Allen's gun to the crime. Exhibit 207, Bridge Guy audio. Enhanced audio from the video on Libby's phone featuring the suspect saying, "Down the hill." Allen faces a sentence between 45 and 130 years. He was convicted on 4 counts, but will be sentenced on only 1 count per victim due to double jeopardy rules. If the sentences are consecutive, Allen could serve up to 130 years. If concurrent, the sentences could be as low as 45 years. Judges typically begin with a 55-year advisory sentence for murder, adjusting based on mitigating or aggravating factors. Allen cannot appeal his conviction until he is sentenced. Once sentenced, he will have 30 days to file a notice of appeal with the Indiana Court of Appeals. His current court-appointed defense team may not continue if he pursues an appeal, as not all attorneys handle appellate cases. Another critical point: since shortly after Allen's arrest, a gag order has prevented almost everyone involved from speaking to the media. This gag order will lift after sentencing, potentially shedding new light on the case.